Hello, Digital Civic Engagers. All right, so now we are moving into Module 7. This is your activity. I wanted to give you an overview just so you can know all the different moving parts, how they're all coming together. All right, first things first is the first part is you're going to want to make sure that you go back to your category and pages. All right, so this is the categories at the very beginning that you were in charge of in the pages. Find your name, it's on the table, and just make sure you know those pages that you're doing. You've been documenting and working with those the whole time, so those should be very, very familiar to you. Then, once you know all of that, then you are going to be making the spreadsheet of bulk metadata. All right. In order to do that, in order to see how we work through it, remember you had that for your media link, but you're going to click into this video that Cody made for you all. Make sure that you're moving through this. It is going to be different than your activity. So this is an overview, but it's different than what you're going to be doing in your activity in regard to the information you're putting into the spreadsheet. All right. But that video, make sure to watch it. Like I said, we're going to have different columns in our spreadsheet than the ones shown in the video, so make sure you follow this. First things first, spreadsheet title. Make sure you all name your title ViaNolaVie metadata. All right, then the columns and information. Like I said, the columns are going to be different. For your spreadsheet, you need the following columns. A is going to be your URL. This is what you are going to take, the last portion of the URL, the one that connects to ViaNolaVie, not the way back. Cody shows you how to do this in the video, okay? Then column B is going to be the title. So you're going to just copy and paste whatever article you're in. We're just going to go into this one, right? You're going to copy and paste that title, obviously change the font if need be, all right? Then the date. Everyone, we are using numerical dates. So like 3/30/2025. Do not spell out the date like March 30th, 2025. Now, the other factor is your article may have an editor's note. This one does not. That gives you a different date. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Maybe this one will. We'll see. All right. But the editor's note, we don't have one here. So you would go with this date, obviously, for publication. If you have an editor's note, it's going to say something like this was originally published on blah, blah, blah. And it's going to tell you when it was published. You want to make sure that you go with the oldest publication date. So don't automatically just click into your article and be like, oh, okay, sweet. This was published on 3/29/2024. No, make sure you go in, look at the editor's note, make sure it doesn't have another date of when it was originally published. All right. Then column D is going to be creator. This is going to be the author of the article, right? So if you were obviously into this one, I mean, you see that there, but here even says it, so it says subscriber. This is who the author is. All right. That's where you're going to pull from there. Then the next one is creator. If you have a nonprofit business or company that's focused on in the article, you're going to put that in column E. So on this one, for example, St. Louis Hotel, that is focused on for this one, right? So we're going to put St. Louis Hotel in that category, column E for the creator. Then we get to the subject. This is going to be your large category. Remember, each one of you is assigned 1, 2, maybe 3 categories for your articles. You only have a total of 5 categories that you can put here in your spreadsheet. It's either going to be people, places, events, organizations, or city contexts. All right. You will find that right next to the date. I have a screenshot, but if we're looking at the actual article, so right here, you're going to see local business, organizations, reviews, and critiques. The only large one is organizations. These two don't fall into the large categories. We'll get to what those fall into. So this one, for example, would be organizations. All right. This one also that I gave you the example of is organizations. Then column G is going to be your subcategories. All right. These are found in the article next to the date as well, but these are the ones that are not the large category. All right, so if you go back to that article, we know our large category is organization. Therefore, our subcategories are local businesses, reviews, and critique. All right, the example that I gave you as a screenshot here, events obviously was the large category. Subcategories are music and photos and creative art. All right, so in that column G, you're only putting the subcategory. Do not put the large category again. All right, so only the subcategory. Then column H is your description. This is where you put your excerpt for the article. So remember, you have that entire spreadsheet of the excerpts. If you want to just copy and paste it from there, that's totally fine. Remember, this is for every single one of your articles. Some of you, which I'm not going to count it off, but some of you only put in excerpts for the problems articles. All right, it needs to be every single one of your articles under those categories and pages, okay? Remember, it has to be a full sentence. It must describe the topic of the article as well as the author. Okay, don't go no more than 2 sentences, but it has to be at least 1 full sentence. You can go to 2, no more. And then column I is going to be your format. All right, this is where you're going to choose your format. Is it text? Is it video? Is it text and video? This gives you a description for each. Is it photographs, text and photographs, audio, text and audio, animation, social media? Here's the thing. This is only if it's a created social media, not photos. So if it's a meme or a reel or something that they have in the article, that's fine, or that they have as the article. But if it's like Instagram photos and they're put in a like an Instagram template, that's going to go for photographs. All right. So this is only if it's created like as a meme. And the artist work, this is things like maps, collages, drawings, cartoons, like snippets of New Orleans, for example, will go under artist work. Column J is your language. Is it written in English? Some are written in Spanish. We had some connections with some universities overseas. So make sure you tell us what language it's in. And then your publisher. This is going to be the badge on the article. All right. So in every single article you go into, there's going to be a badge right up here in this corner. All right. You only have certain badges that you're choosing from. They're all listed here. All right. It cannot fall outside of one of these badges. So make sure you look at it. This one, for example, was ViaNola. All right. Make sure you look at it, and then you're going to write which badge it has, AKA what the publisher is. Okay. Then you're going to save your spreadsheet. Go to File, Download, and you have to save it as an open document. So .ods. All right. Then to submit your spreadsheet, what you're going to do is number one, you're going to submit it here on Canvas as an ODS file. I only am allowing ODS files to be uploaded on Canvas. You got to have it in that file. All right, because that's the file you need in order to upload it onto Archive It. Again, Cody explains how to upload this in the video, but I'm also going to show you a really quick one here. So you're going to go into your login site, right? And it's going to ask for a username and password. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I don't have a username and password. Yes, you do. So if you go to this page, I'm not going to pull it up because I don't want to put this in the public of the logins and the teams. You will find your name under a team. In that column, it will also give you your username and your password. All right. Once you get in, Cody walks you through all of this, but then I've documented this as well. All right. Step by step, follow it through. So success criteria, your spreadsheet is named ViaNolaVie Metadata. Has to be. Make sure you name it this. Every single article URL is in a separate row on your spreadsheet. You document every article under your categories and page numbers, which can be found, remember, on this page. So if you are, for example, Ethan, that means city context 109 to 111. If there's 10 pages per page, you are going to have, because you've got 3 pages here, because you have 109, 110, and 111, that means you're going to have 30 articles under those. If you have people 1 through 10, and let's say that you have, 2 articles on each of those, you're going to have 20 articles listed. So make sure you are going through every single one of your articles and documenting that URL. Then all your columns and information on the spreadsheet, follow the instructions allocated above. Save your spreadsheet as an ODS for Archive It and Canvas. Submit your spreadsheet on Canvas and upload it to Archive It. So y'all have 2 weeks for this because it's going to take a while. This is the second part of that Module 5. So you're not going to see a grade for Module 5. I'll put this in an announcement as well. That grade will be populated after you finish this portion because this is your next chunk of service learning hours. All right. As always, if you have any questions, you can just click into the next and put them on our discussion board, which we have 70 posts on here. Awesome. Keep using them, or 71. And also you can email me if you have any questions. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.